Right, welcome back to another weekend on the Smallholding. We've got a full weekend this weekend. It's the 22nd of November, so we've got 2 days to get some jobs done. And first on the list is to build an outdoor shelter slash stable for Dexter. As you've seen from the footage last week, we've had cold, we've had frost, and now we're back to wet and wind and rain. So he needs a permanent place because he's going to be out all winter to keep dry and warm. So we're thinking about turning this into a shelter for him. Right, so we put the ducks back in here last weekend. Now it's time to turf them back out again and build something a bit more permanent for Dexter and the sheep and everything moving forward. So this is a 12 by 8 foot shed. So it's more than big enough inside for him, but we just don't think it's big enough total overall space for him to have. So my idea is to put another 12 by 8 foot shelter on the side here, which will be half open fronted and half fenced in to keep the wind down. So it's just going to have hopefully 3 posts on the front, 8 foot out, going by 12 foot wide, boarded off this side with a nice 5 or 6 foot opening on the front here. Then I'm going to roof it the same as this roof with some metal sheeting I've just picked up, leaning this way. And then the shed itself will be cutting a big section out of there, taking this window out, blocking this up. So all this side will be open, this will all be blocked in, and inside will be where he'll have nice dry straw and everything. Out here will be where we'll feed him, and hopefully it'll be nice and dry, wind free, and keep him nice and comfortable during the winter. So that's the plan. Tracy and the kids are going out for a couple of hours and leaving me to it, so I'll either be under a load of timber when she comes back or it'll half be built. We'll see.
You might have caught the previous videos where we've been talking about where to put Dexter, and we were talking about putting him in the field over in the distance there in the winter. He'll still have access to that, by the way. We'll just open the gate so he can go in there, so he's not just going to be stuck in the smaller area, though it is perfectly reasonable size for him, acceptable size rather. And we were talking about putting him down there in the corner where the pig ark was, but you may remember a few years ago, I think it was 2022, 23?
Yeah, something like that.
A couple of years ago, we had a really bad flood and it flooded all of that area down there. So if that happens, it hasn't happened since, but if that happens, then he would be underwater, or at least from his knees down. So we've decided on this area. So
the shed's getting utilised again. It's a transformer shed. It's early afternoon, Tracy's just got back from the Christmas markets and we're cracking on. So I've managed to get all the roofing in, all the posts inside, all concreted in, so that's all solid. But I'm running short of wood. I either under measure or overbuild, and I think I've overbuilt because I didn't plan for all these joists in the roof. But that's no problem. So the next job I'm going to get on with is the shed, because I don't have enough wood to finish these sides off, because these eventually are going to be cladded to about that height. I just put that in there because I didn't know how we were going to go, and then I can just cut that off. But we're going to go probably somewhere about that height around this side, and then again around this side all the way to the floor, and then I'll put like a hay rack or something in this corner, so then Tracy can just come in on the morning, feed him in the hay rack, and then she won't have to actually come in, because we're going to run this electric fence, which is here, up to this post, so he'll be able to come in here. This section here will all be open, this bit will be cladded off, and them two will be cladded off. So now I need to work on the shed. So my idea is I'm going to screw this door shut. I'm going to leave it on because then if we need it further in the future, I don't need to make another door. So I'm going to screw that shut, and then I'm probably going to cut out to about here, put a supporting beam in there, and then cut that out and then just clad up to the door. And then this bit here, I won't have to remove this, and all this will just be an open section here, about a 5 foot opening, so he can just go in there, and then all that will be nice and warm in there, and we'll fill it with straw. So he'll have all this section to be outside and all in there to be nice and toasty during the winter. So yeah, that's my next job. I'm going to get on with the shed because I haven't got enough wood to finish this. We have got one slight concern, is that there's a bit of a step to get into the shed, but we're hoping by the time because we're going to put a rubber mat down on this bit here to stop it getting all slopped up. By the time we deep litter it in straw, it should bring it up a lot further anyway, so he'll be able to get in. But we've had no experience in housing cattle, so we'll see how it goes. So while I'm cracking on with this and sorting this shed out, obviously the ducks don't have anywhere to go now, so Tracy's going to have to clean out their pen where they've just come from in the barn, because they're shipping them back there tonight. Right, well there's the shed done. So he's got just over 6 foot of protected space there. It'll be nice and toasty once we get all this cleaned out and get it bedded up with straw. And he's got just over a 4 foot doorway to get in. Now a stable door is less than 4 foot and the horse goes in and out of there easy, so he should be nice and comfortable getting in and out of here. So that's that done for now until it needs a clean out. Now next thing we're going to get on with is the roof. Now one thing, when you get stuff discounted, you can't always pick the colour you want. So this is going to be the roof that we're putting up.
Are you ready?
Woo! Look at that! You'll see that from the space station. But we have got a plan. We were going to put it on the underside, but then you'll always see the blue when you're walking out. Well, at least when you're up there, you won't see it. And on the underside, it's like a creamy grey colour. So in the summer, when it's nice and dry, we'll just buy a big tin of paint and we'll paint it the same colour as the shed. Well, the same colour as the shed roof, so it'll be like a grey colour. So you're not going to see that from down here, so we're not too fussed about it. So we're just going to get it on. I am going to probably have to put noggins in between these sheds, between these rafters for it to sit nice. But I'm just going to get it up just to measure how many pieces I need to go across.
I think that's Dexter's favourite colour anyway.
Matches his eyes, eh? See if my measurements are... See, what I should have done, if I wanted to do it like that, I should have put... Yeah, I'm going to have to put noggins in because I'm going to have to overlap them anyway, so when I get them overlapped, put the noggins in, then they'll just sit nice on all the noggins and they'll go down there. So I need to cut them all at maybe 9 foot.
Are we putting any guttering on? I'm not taking the mick, I'm being serious.
Yeah, well I'm going to put these on, then I'm going to slate it.
No, I'm being serious, to divert the water.
I wouldn't have thought so. But using one on the shed.
And a little plant pot for him.
Yeah. Right, so I need to get probably 5 of these, I think I'll do, and then cut them to, I think it's 9 foot. Well, welcome to Sunday. We lost light yesterday, so I managed to get 2 bits of roof cut. Just cut that one this morning, and probably another one will do to finish that. But it's a horrible, wet, miserable Beniat day today, so more important to get this done and finished. So hopefully we'll have it done by today and get him in. See how we get on.
Well, Stephen won't say this because he just won't say this. I've just come out and said, this is amazing. Look what he's done.
Right, well, it's finally finished. After a day and a half worth of graft, we're finally done. So over the years, for the nearly 10 years we've been here, this shed's had chickens, ducks, geese, turkeys, sheep, and now it's just had the biggest upgrade of its life. So hopefully it'll house Dexter, our little, obviously Dexter beast. So, give you a quick run through what we've done. And what
you've done this.
What I've
You've done this, dear. I'm taking no glory.
So starting with the shed, obviously I had 2 doors in here and here and a window, so we've just stripped out all the windows. I've screwed that door shut, blocked up that, and took this door out in a bit more of a section just so you can get in, and then added this 8 foot by 12 foot canopy on. So you might not, we're a bit worried about the step, but we put these rubber mats down on the floor to stop him slipping. They're also on the floor under here as well, which are a bit more coarse, so they should be nice for him there. So hopefully he'll get up that step with no problem. He's got a nice thick deep bedding in here, so this is also 8 foot by 12 foot, so he's got like a 16 foot by 12 foot area. It should be big enough for one little Dexter beast, so we might even put the sheep in here as well, because they might not get up this step, so they might use this during the winter. But yeah, chuffed to bits with it. So all in all, total, I mean, even if he doesn't want to sleep in there, I've deep bedded this so he can sleep out here if he wants. He's still protected from the elements. So all in all, with all the timber, the roof sheets and everything, it's like £250. So I think that's a bargain for what it's going to give us throughout the years, because this should last forever now. And once Dexter goes, we can get the sheep in here, we can utilise it however we like. So I'm chuffed to bits with it.
I actually had a look, or we both did, didn't we, how much it would cost to buy a shelter?
Yeah.
Because we, you know, it would have been less for Stephen to do in the winter period, and then once we saw the price, totally changed our mind.
It's amazing what you can get done when you've got a weekend off work. So we'll just hook this. I've just put these electric fence posts on there because we're going to hook that electric fence back up the way, so he's just got a nice way, and we've put a rubber mat out here to try and keep the slop down. I mean, we're never going to keep it right down, but it'll help. So hopefully he'll love it. If he doesn't, we'll use it.
Well, Stephen has finished the shelter, and as I said, it looks absolutely amazing. I'm just going to do the last touches to it. I've decided to put Dexter's water in there in the corner, because I'm going to be feeding him his hay in there, his breakfast and tea in there. So on a morning he gets hard feed as well as hay, and on an evening he just gets hay. And I'm going to feed him in there so that he realises it's a safe place and encourages him to go in and use it. And we're going to do that tonight. It is about, excuse me a sec, about 3:15. So it's going to be dark within an hour and 15 minutes, I would have said. Stephen and Grace have just gone out. I've been editing last week's video, which will be uploading now, so juggling as much as we can. But I'd like to get a Dexter into here and get his bowl cleaned out, his bucket cleaned out tonight, and then hopefully can benefit from that this week, so that when Stephen and I are obviously at work, and then we're in, by the time we get home it's dark now, etc, etc. So get this done in the daylight would be ideal. So I'm going to get some water in, get some hay in there ready for him, and then we'll entice him in with his hard feed when Stephen and Grace are back, and then the three of us can do that, get the gates closed, because I don't want the sheep in here with him at the moment, because this fence is not electrified. And I know it probably seems like every week we're changing things around, which it kind of happens like that sometimes. We're also going to be resting this area behind this pallet fence, which is where the ducks were, that were just in the shed behind us when it was the shed. They're now moved into the barn. We'll sort all of those out and show you those on a different video. It is what it is for them. That area is going to be resting. Not sure how much growth that'll get now for the rest of winter, because I suppose we're not in winter yet, but obviously temperatures are cooling off, so it won't be growing that much. Anyway, get on with your work, Tracy. Need to get hay and water, get it cleaned out, filled up, and then Stephen and Grace should be back.
Yeah.
I doubt he's gone in the house yet. Is he in it?
No.
Dexy, where's he?
What's that?
Hey Dexy, here's your feed. It is. Yeah. Come on, son. Yeah, sit bucket.
It's a nice bed.
He wants me to put it down. Here, Dexy.
Can you get through there?
Yeah. That's okay. It's scary. So we're trying to put the hay.
You're so sassy.
You know you want to. It's okay, it's alright. Good lad. Typical, didn't get him going in. He's obviously going to take a little while to get used to it. I'm sure when he knows it's safe that he'll be in there all the time. But he's got food and water. Are you watching? So I'm going to leave him to it. Good morning, did you find it? Do you want your breakfast? Would you like some breakfast? All your hair's gone. And you've had a big drink and 3 poos. I'll get you breakfast. Looks like a lot because it's in a smaller tub. I'm going to put it on there for you. Happy days. It's been absolutely driving rain this morning and last night, so I think it was a perfect night for him to benefit from it. It's okay, darling, he's still jumpy. Looks like he spent quite a bit of time out here, so we'll have to get that mucked out once he ventures out. But he's getting into he gets the routine, gets the idea. He looks quite dry as well. I don't think he spent any time outside last night, which is fantastic. Quite dry, unlike me, looking extremely glamorous this morning in this mud-ridden, wet and windy northeast. Hey, British weather, I'm slipping all over the place. Right, let's get the chickens out. I've brought them down some fresh, a fresh tub with layers in, obviously, and it's only half full because the amount of rain that we're due, it just literally fills up with water, and it's just a complete waste of food because it just soaks and then nobody eats it. So I'm taking it in on a night, and then they'll come out of there now. Good morning. And just bringing it down fresh on a morning so that at least it's dry food for them. Oh, goodness me. Everyone present and correct. These guys are being moved at some point this week or at the weekend. Just depends when, what happens, etc, etc. As the evenings draw in and the small holding settles into the darker season, we find ourselves drifting indoors earlier than we would have previously liked. It always takes a little time to make that transition from spending every spare minute outside to suddenly being held within the 4 walls again, even though we absolutely love it in the house. Some years it weighs hard on you more than others, and there can be this almost guilt feeling that you're not outside doing something useful for the land or for the animals. But this November seems to have been a bit kinder to us. We've slipped into the rhythm of the slower nights far better than we did last year at least, and we're learning to embrace the change rather than fight it. Winter gives us room to turn to other hobbies like I'm doing now, editing these videos, and Stephen with his pyrography. All through the year we tend to give him little wish lists of things that we'd love him to make, partly to keep him busy, if I'm honest, and Grace adores these horror faces that he's been burning for her lately, and I'm quietly hoping he's going to do something for the kitchen wall just above the electric cooker, just in case you're watching, Stephen. Anyway, time will tell, but this is the season for such things: quiet work, warm lights, and making good use of the long evenings while we wait for spring to show its face again. To the cockerel. Stephen.
Right, well, we didn't want to finish the video without giving you a quick update on how Dexter's getting on in his new home. He absolutely loves it, so that's great to see. So we just thought we'd update you in the daylight because it's been dark normally when one of us comes round here. It's been just under a week since he's been in, and it's been working out absolutely great. We've had some crap weather, some cold weather, rain, and he's nice, toasty and dry as a bone, so he's like a teenager. We can't get him out. So Tracy's been coming round on the morning, feeding him over the fence there, which is working out absolutely great. We have got a couple of little issues that we're going to deal with on the next video. We've already got a plan for them, but nothing major, just to do with the straw and a bit of light out here because it is pitch black around here on the night. But like I say, it's been working out great. He's been loving it. So that's us for now, and we'll catch you on the next one.